Yeah. Hare Krishna. Thanks all for joining. We already covered the foundational slides, which is talking about how the universes came from Krishna and what are the four yugas and various ways to reach Lord. So those things we already covered. Then we covered how Vishnus are coming from Krishna. Then what are the five topics of Bhagavad Gita, and how Bhagavad Gita help us to go back to the spiritual world. Okay, under 14 planetary system, like what is common in 14 planetary system. So all those things we covered. Then Bhagavad Gita is a conversation happened between like okay, Krishna and Arjuna on the war field of like a Kurukshetra. So where Arjuna was very doubtful like a to fight. He's giving like a various reasons to not to fight. And Krishna is influencing him to fight as a Kshatriya. Arjuna's duty is like to protect the Dharma, to fight for Dharma. So the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, observing the armies on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So where Arjuna was reluctant to fight, like the both the assembly of Kauravas and Pandavas, like okay, their warman, like okay, all those things, assembly has been explained. Then the five Sanka, Pandavas, Shanka name we have seen. Um, anyone can say what are the Sankas of Arjuna? Devadatta. Okay, Krishna Shanka name is
Panchajanya.
Panchajanya. Very good. Okay, then Yudhishthira Maharaj is
Anant Vijay.
very good. Ananta Vijaya. Yeah. Then Bhima Shanka name is
Pondra.
Poundra. Okay. Then Nakula and Sakadeva Shanka is
Sughosh and Mani Pushpa.
Sukhosh and Mani Pushpaka. Very, very good. Okay. So this we have seen. Then while they were then various reasons like how Pandavas victory been predicted. Like we have seen all those things. Like please go through these things. Then Arjuna is saying, okay, for these five reasons he's saying like not to fight. One is he's feeling like compassion on the bodily platform. Then enjoyment. Is feeling like whatever I'm going to enjoy, that is like with the blood timed, so I'm not going to enjoy. Then he is fearful of sinful reaction. Then destruction of the family tradition, like okay, then indecision. These are the five reasons, like okay, Arjuna is saying not to fight to Krishna. Then Krishna listening all these things, then he's going to teach Arjuna all the yogas. Like okay, the second chapter. That is how the second chapter starts. Second chapter, the Arjuna till now, like okay, he was seeing Krishna as a friend, and now he's going to surrender to Krishna. Like in the 2.7, we have seen he's surrendering to. Is surrendering to Krishna, okay, as a master and disciple. So that is how like a Krishna is talking to Arjuna now. So then the second chapter of the Bhagavad Gita name is, anyone say what is the name of the second chapter? Contents of the Gita summarized. Okay, so he is talking about Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, all the yogas, like okay, he is talking about. So that is how the whole second chapter, like it is a gist of everything. So that we have seen till now 2.41. Okay, 2.1 to 10, like Arjuna's further doubts and his surrender being explained, and 11 to 30, Jnana fight, like there is no death for the soul. So Krishna is talking about you are not, we are not the body, we are the soul. Okay, that is what the Jnana Yoga, he is giving the full information about the Jnana Yoga to Arjuna, okay, because Arjuna giving various reasons, okay, if I kill, I will get a sinful reaction. If I kill, like, okay, their family tradition will be vanquished. If I kill, like, okay, I don't, I am not going to be like the compassionate man. So all those things he is giving, no, like all those things, like Krishna is counter-attacking by saying that, okay, you are not killing for your own sense pleasure, you are killing it for the pleasure of the Lord, okay. So that is how he is giving the details of the Jnana Yoga. Then from 2.31 to 38, okay, he is talking about the Karma Kanda. Karma Kanda means like as a Kshatriya, your duty is to fight, okay, fight. If you are not fighting, you will be like scorned with a lot of unwanted words, like by many acharyas, not acharyas, like many soldiers and friends and relatives. Okay, as a Kshatriya, it is better to die in the battlefield rather than like running away from the battlefield. And one more thing, if you win, you will get the earthly kingdom. If you lose, like okay, you are going to get the heavenly kingdom. So likewise, like okay, he's influencing Arjuna to fight. Okay, so then first he is talking about the Jnana Yoga, then he is talking about Karma Kanda, then 2.39 to 53 he is talking about Buddhi Yoga. That Buddhi Yoga is nothing but Nishkama Karma Yoga. First, Krishna is saying, Arjuna, you fight, okay? He is not talking about any result, okay? He is saying, you fight and you enjoy the result, okay? Then in the 2.39 to 53, he is saying, okay, Buddhi Yoga, he is saying Nishkama Karma Yoga, where you fight but without any reaction. How you can do without any reaction? Because you are going to surrender that result to me, okay, to Krishna. By doing that, you are going to do like a Nishkama Karma Yoga. You are not going to get any karmic reactions. So that is how he is influencing. In that, like a 2.40 and 41 sloka, very, very important sloka. Okay, I will just again recite for the benefit of everyone, because this 2.40 and 41 is a very, very important sloka, like a definitely to be remembered or like a memorized sloka. Okay, so 2.40 in just like okay, I'll say Neha Vikrama Nasosti Pratyavayo na Vidyade Swalpam Apiyasya Dharmasya Trayate Mahato Bayat. Okay, where Krishna says, in this endeavor, there is no loss or diminution. Okay, a little advancement on this path can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear. So, what Krishna says is, okay, whatever we do in the devotional service, it will be carried forward along with our soul. Whatever money we have, whatever wealth, health, whatever fame, whatever name like we have in this particular life, after we die, we cannot take back anything. Okay, whatever bank balance we have, okay, we are not going to carry anything along with our soul after we die. But whatever devotion service we perform, just take an example. I am doing like a some 20 rounds of chanting. That chanting will be registered in my devotional account permanently. When I start from my next life after I die, I will start from where I left over, not like okay, where I don't need to start from zero, but the bank balance and other thing, I need to start from zero, correct? But the devotional thing, whatever I performed, I will carry forward along with my soul, with our soul. Okay, that is what the the important thing. For example, okay, whatever we study in the fifth standard or a fifth grade or like a sixth grade, we are not going to study the same thing in the seventh grade or eighth grade, correct? Like okay, the syllabus will change, the topic will change, the new addition will be added, like a new subject I need to study. But the Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam or Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is the same Bhagavad Gita which I study now at the end of my life or after I die also, like when I take the birth as a next Janma, that time also Bhagavad Gita is the same. It is not going to change. So then we have to put our life and soul to read this Bhagavad Gita, to remember this Bhagavad Gita, because first the important thing is it is not going to change. So if we study once, it will be registered in our mind, in our life, like forever. That is one of the main how we can understand is, if you see, we got the Bhagavad Gita at a very late age, correct, in the 30s and 40s and like a 50s. Okay, but if you see some children, uh, they are getting the Bhagavad Gita at a very, very early age. How is it possible? Because they have studied Bhagavad Gita in their previous life. That is the reason they are starting from where they left over. They are just doing some revision, and they are able to recite and remember these slokas like a forever. So this is one of the energetic point, like, okay, which we can have it in our life. Whatever I am going to study, whatever time I am dedicating to attending this class or to study the Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam, it is not going to be wasted. That is what he is saying. In this endeavor there is no loss or diminution. First of all, there is no loss, and there is no diminution also. Diminution means, okay, I have 100 rupees. If I spend 50 rupees, like, okay, I left over with only 50 rupees. But in Bhagavad Gita or the slokas or like the knowledge in devotion service, it is not the case. If I know something, I am going to tell to others, it will multiply or it will increase. It will not diminishing. Okay. So that is very important thing to diminishing. Okay. It is very important thing to understand. A little advancement on this path can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear. So this will give us the energy to study more, to, because we don't know how much time we left over in this life, and we don't know what life we are going to take it, like, okay, what life we can take according to our karma, like, okay, we already covered out of, we have the permutation and combination of what life we can take it. 84 lakh species. Okay, so human is among the topmost species. Ant or elephant or a dog or like, okay, you you name any animal, or like a in the human form also there are various forms. Okay, someone who don't have like a eyes, someone who don't have legs, someone who don't have like a hands, but we have all our organs like a functioning properly. Then we have to do the devotion service. There is no excuse at all. It may be little strong statement, but we have to do the devotion service. That is our purpose of our life. Okay, that has to be executed without any excuses. Please, I am again and again repeating, this is very important. So we have to dedicate majority of our time to do the devotion service. What is devotion service? We do like, okay, singing of the bhajan for the pleasure of the Lord. We recite the sloka, we read the scriptures, we hear the lectures, okay, of how Krishna's glories are there, how Krishna's pastimes been manifested, like, okay, how Krishna performed all these pastimes in Vrindavana, Mathura, Dwaraka, all these things, like, okay, and we cook the boha for the Lord, okay, for the pleasure of the Lord, and we clean, we do the abhishekam for the deity, we clean the altar, like, okay, for the pleasure of the Lord. So we do like a arti for the pleasure of the Lord. Okay, all these things or devotion service. Okay, that is what we have to perform. Whatever we perform the devotion service, it is not going to diminish, like, okay, it's not going to be, there is no loss at all. This is the energetic sloka. Whenever we are very much down, okay, oh, what I am doing, whatever I am doing, like, okay, I don't know whether it will be carry forward or not. This logo has to come as a remembrance. Whatever we do, it will be carry forward in our life. Okay, please remember this logo. Neha Bikramana Sosti Pratyavayona Vidyate Swalpam. It is Swalpam. It's not very great thing, like a Swalpam, yeah, even a very little. Swalpam apiyasya dharmasya, like okay, whatever occupation, the proper duty which you are doing, trayate mahato bayat, which will not be like okay, which will remove all the dangerous types of fear. Okay. Any questions on this sloka? This very, very important sloka. This will be a tonic for us. Like, okay, energetic tonic for us. Like okay, whenever we are down, we have to remember this sloka and we have to do the devotional service. Okay. Hare Krishna. Then the next sloka, also very, very important sloka. It is talking about Vivasayatmika Buddhihir Ekeka Kurunandana Bahusaha hi Anantasya Buddhayo Avasayanam. Okay. Vivasayatmika Buddhihir Ekeka Kurunandana Bahusaha hi Anantasya Buddhayo Avasayanam. It says, okay, those who are on this path are resolute in purpose and their aim is one. O beloved child of the Kurus, the intelligence of those who are irresolute is many branched. It's very simple. Okay, we have to fix our goal, we have to fix our aim of the life to do devotional service. Okay, I can't say, okay, I will do this as well as this, as well as this, as well as this. No, you have to be focused in doing the devotion service, then you can achieve the goal and the aim like a very easily. If you are saying okay, I needed the fame also, I needed wealth also, i needed I needed like okay, the uh, what to say, like a promotion in the office also. At the same time, like I will do devotion service if I get all these things only. That it would be like a many branched. Okay, if you see a tree, it will have a lot of branches, and we don't know like how to trace those branches. So at the same time, if you want the fruit, like okay, you have to have the um, single focused mind to do the devotion service. When our mind is deviating in various ways, okay, let me enjoy this particular sense enjoyment, let me do like a this as well, let me do that as well. In that case, like okay, while we are deviating in the mind, this sloka has to come as a remembrance. Okay, we have to fix in our devotional service, then only we can achieve the goal and the aim. We can achieve the goal and aim like very easily, and very determine the determination has to be there. Okay, that is what this sloka covers. Okay, these two slokas are very, 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 very important, which will provoke us to do more devotional service, which will give us the confidence. Okay, whatever I am doing is perfect and it is not going to be uh, there is no loss at all, and I have to be fixed in doing the devotional service. Okay, that is what like give us these two slokas are giving. These two slokas are giving. Okay, it gives a lot of confidence, and it is a booster for our soul to do the devotion service, for us to do the devotion service. Hare Krishna. These two slokas, like we covered already in the last week. So since many of you didn't attend, like I just taken like some more time to cover it. So next sloka, 2.42 to 43. Yamimam pushpitam vacham प्रवदन्ति अविपश्चितः वेदवाद रतः पार्थ नान्यत् अस्ति वादिनः कामात्मानः स्वर्गपरा जन्म कर्म फल प्रदाम् क्रियविशेष बहुलां भोगैश्वर्य गतिं प्रति. In the second sloka, second chapter, what are the topics like covered by Krishna till now? Anyone can say from 2.11 to 30, what is the topic he covered? We just seeing 2.11 to 30. Krishna covered what? Which yoga? Hare Krishna.
Jnana Yoga, Prabhu. Jnana Yoga.
Yeah, Dhyana Yoga. Okay. Now, not Dhyana Yoga, Prabhu. It is Jnana Yoga. Jnana. Okay.
Yeah,
Knowledge.
Jnana.
Yeah. Jnana Yoga.
Jnana.
Correct. Yeah. Correct, Prabhu. Yeah. Jnana Yoga, where he is saying, okay, we are not the body, we are the soul, and he is telling about the 30 characteristics of the soul. Soul is unborn. Okay, it can't be cut into pieces. It can't be like killed by a fire or withered by a wind. Okay, all those things. Water, you can't submerge that into water. All those things he is talking about. Then from the 2.31 to 38, he's talking about what? Which yoga?
Karma Yoga, Prabhu.
Not karma yoga, Prabhu. He's talking about karma kanda. Okay, do your duty and enjoy the result. Okay, that is what he was saying. That is what he was saying. Okay, fight, stand up and fight. Okay, that is what he was saying to in the next this one. So first is jnana yoga, then karma kanda, then he is talking about the karma yoga, like a nishkama karma yoga. What is nishkama karma yoga?
Is Prabhu, just do your duty and the results you just
You surrender. Results you surrender to the Lord, correct? That is
surrender
what
to
he
Krishna.
saying. Yeah, correct. Yeah. So without any reaction, do the duty. Okay, that is what the karma kanda. That is what it is like. It is somewhat related to the buddhi yoga also. Okay. So that is what Krishna is influencing him to do. So these topics are coming under the karma, nishkama karma yoga. Nishkama karma yoga. Okay. So that is what he is saying in this sloka. Men of small knowledge, okay, are very much attached to the flowery words of the Veda, which recommend various fruitive activities, okay, for elevation to the high heavenly planet, resultant good birth, power, and so forth. Being desirous of sense gratification in the opulent life, they say that there is nothing more than this. What happens is, in the Vedas, there are step-by-step process being explained. Okay, you do this, then you will get this. Okay, after that, you do this, you will get this, but that has to be surrendered to the Lord. Okay, that we will see in the third and the fourth chapter of Bhagavad Gita, where okay, why Lord created this material world, why he created the demigod, why he created the human beings, living beings, okay, why he created the process of sacrifice, okay, that sacrifice, and what is the way to reach Lord, okay, that is being explained in the uh, gradual process. But what we will do, okay, if I want to get this particular benefit, I need to do this puja or that puja, then uh, I will get this benefit. Okay, this will be that is only been understood, and they will do that and they will get the benefit, and they are thinking, okay, nothing more than that. They are thinking, okay, what is a best happiness I can get from this world? Okay, I do have a good family. Okay, I'm having good wealth and I'm having a good job. My children are like studied very nicely, and my children are like getting married to a nice family, married to a nice family. So that's all. Like I have a good grandchildren. So this is how we are just undervaluing. Okay, okay. This is what happiness. This is what my happiness I wanted. So that is how like they are defining the happiness. Okay, they are thinking nothing more than that. Okay, I don't want to enjoy more than this particular thing. But the real happiness, where we can find the real happiness, we already saw this in the foundational slides, where we can find the real happiness. And what is this world? This world is called material world. Okay, this material world, another name of this material world is, it is Dukkalayam Ashashvatam. Okay, it is the alayam of dukkalayam. It is place of miseries. Okay, then it is ashashvatam. Ashashvatam means nothing is permanent here. So no one can be ever happy in this material world. Everyone agrees? Can you show someone
Yes.
like who's ever happy in this material world? Someone will
No,
say, oh,
Prabhu.
no, yeah. Someone will say, no, kids are very happy. Like, you don't know like how much struggle they are going through. Because if you are hungry, you can go and take some food and eat. Correct? When kids are hungry, they have to cry and they have to express their hungerness like in the form of cry. Then only like the feed or the food will be like given to the kids. Likewise, like there are so many issues like everyone going through. So there is no one can be ever happy in this material world. That is the reason it is called Dukhalayam Ashashvatam. Nothing is permanent. It is a place of miseries, like a dukkha alayam, and it is ashashvatam. Shashvatam means like a permanent. Ashashvatam means like it is nothing permanent. Okay. So where everything is permanent happiness, definitely not in this material world, but in the spiritual world. Because spiritual
Spiritual
world
world.
is it is Sat Chit Ananda. Sat means what is Sat means? Sat means eternal. It is ever existing. No destroy. Like okay, there is no destroy for anything in the spiritual world. Okay, no destruction. Okay, nothing is going to be destroyed. Like okay, in the spiritual world. Okay, that is the reason it is called Sat, which is eternal. It is ever existing. Okay, then Chit. Chit means like okay, knowledge. It is full of knowledge. It is full of knowledge. Okay, then Sachit Ananda. Ananda means blissful. It is ever happiness. That blissful, okay, that Paramananda, that Anandam, we will get only in the spiritual world. That is the reason we have to go back to the spiritual world. Okay, so but men of small knowledge are very much attached to the flowery words of the Vedas. As I mentioned, okay, they just see, okay, what has been covered in the Vedas. Okay, if you do this, you will get this particular benefit. They are just limiting themselves at that particular place itself, which is not going to give them the Perananda or like a Paramananda. The Ananda, we will get the blissfulness, we will get permanently only in the spiritual world. Okay, which recommend various fruitive activities for elevation to the heavenly planets. Even heavenly planets also, this 14 planetary system also, four things are common. What are the four things? This also we have seen in the foundation slide. That is the reason. Yeah, tell me,
Birth,
Prabhu.
birth, death,
Janma, Jara, Mrityu,
Yeah, Janma,
disease.
Mrityu,
and
Jara, Vyadhi. Yeah, Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi, which is birth, death, old age, and disease. Starting from Brahma to the lowest living entity, which is ant. Okay, all these things, it is ever it is ever existing. There's a birth, death, old age, and disease are ever existing, like for every one of them. So to get away from this, we have to go to the spiritual world. Okay, so that's what being desirous of sense gratification and opulent life. They say that there is nothing more than this, but we know as a devotee, we know the permanent happiness we can get only the permanent happiness we can get only in the spiritual world. Okay, in the Goloka, in the spiritual world. Okay, Hare Krishna. Everyone able to understand this? So we should not get
Yes,
a
Prabhu.
limited. Yeah, we should not get limited ourselves to the flowery languages of Veda, because whatever said in Veda, it has been like a given on the gradual process. That should not that should not mean that okay, we should ignore the Veda. No, we whatever we are studying in Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, it is nothing but like a Veda in the easily accessible form. Okay, Hare Krishna. Then the next sloka. भोगैश्वर्यप्रशक्तानां तयापहृतचेतसां व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः समाधो न विधीयते. in the minds of those who are too attached to sense enjoyment and material opulence. In the minds of those who are too attached to the sense enjoyment and material opulence, and who are bewildered by such things, the resolute determination for devotional service to the Supreme Lord does not take place. What is saying? In the 2.41, what we have seen, Vivasayatmika Buddhigir, who is like a fixed in determination in a one-pointed attention, correct? Like who are fixed in the devotional service, they only can achieve the devotional service. Okay, all the others are it is like many branched, correct? What here Krishna is saying is, in the minds of those who are too attached to the sense gratification and the material opulence. So if someone is like a too attached to the sense gratification and material opulence, okay, if someone is too attached to the sense gratification and material opulence, and who are bewildered by such things, okay, they are confused what to achieve, how to achieve, they will be in that particular cycle only. The To them, the resolute determination for devotion service to the Supreme Lord, that determination to do the devotion service does not take place. So this is very important thing to understand. When we want to perform devotion service, we should not get attached to the sense gratification, and we should not get attached to the material opulence, because you just think material opulence, it will go away one day. So we should not get too much attached. Okay, we need a basic necessities, or like a basic economic thing to run the family, to take care of our family members, to take care of us. So that is fine. Okay, we go to the office and working, like, okay, and get some money to do the devotion service, plus to do take care of our family. That is fine, but we should not over endeavor in the material opulence, and we should not over endeavor in the sense enjoyment activities. Okay, that is very important. That is very important. Okay, that is because if we are over attached to the material opulence or sense enjoyment, then this devotion service to the Supreme Lord does not take place, which has been said by Krishna himself. Okay, so that we have to understood. Okay, then the 45th sloka till 48, he's saying, I think it is till 51. Okay, let us go to the 45th sloka. Traigunya Vishaya Veda Nisray Nistraigunyo Bhavarjuna Nirdvantvo Nityasatvosto Niryoga Shema Atmavan. The Vedas deal mainly with the subject of the three modes of material nature. Those three mode of material nature, I hope everyone is aware, like it is a mode of goodness, mode of passion, and a mode of ignorance, which is nothing but what is that? A Hindi or Sanskrit word, Prabhu? Mode of goodness, like okay,
Satoguna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna.
Sattva, Rajo, and Tamoguna. Okay, Sattva and Rajo, Tamoguna. Sattva guna means like a mode of goodness. Rajoguna means like okay, mode of passion. Tamoguna means like a mode of ignorance. Okay, these three things. There is one particular chapter name is three mode of material nature in the Bhagavad Gita. Okay, it has been explained how in our activity, in our food, in our sleeping habit, in our working habit, everything, how it is we can classify this three mode of material nature. That much detail, like it is explained, we will see. O Arjuna, become transcendental to these three modes. Become how to overcome these three? We have to be in the Suddha Sattva. Okay, Suddha Sattva is pure goodness. Okay, so be free from all dualities. Dualities, can I go this or that? I am not. I am body. I am not the soul. That is how we will think. But actually, it is we are the soul, we are not the body. Okay, that be free from all dualities and from all anxieties for gain. Okay, and safety, and be established in the self. Self is the self realization. Okay, we are not the body, we are the soul. That is what like we need to understand. So but Vedas deal with the main of the Vedas talk about like a mainly this three mode of material nature. Oh Arjuna, become transcendental to these three modes. Okay, we don't get attached to these three modes only. Be in the Suddha Sattva where like okay, you transcend. Transcend means like a go beyond this particular three mode of material nature, and be from all dualities. Like okay, don't get attached to any of these dualities, and free from all anxieties like for gain and safety, and be established in the self only. Okay, so always in the Atmanyan, where you are starting. Okay, Hare Krishna. So the Vedas deal mainly with these three modes of material nature. We have to transcend or go beyond this three mode of material nature. Be free from all dualities and free from anxieties for gain and safety, like and be established in the self only. So be always like a connected to the self-realized manner. Okay, so we have to understand. Okay, all this. Whatever we are doing in this material world, like, okay, it would be dukale machashvatam. So let us not get attached to this gain and the other thing. Always like a connected to the self-realization. That is what it is talking. So by doing this, like okay, what Krishna is talking to Arjuna is Nishkama Karma Yoga. You do the duty, but don't get attached to the result. Okay, results surrender to me. That is what he is saying. The 46th sloka. Okay. यावानर्थ उदपाने शर्वतः सम्प्लुतो दके तावान् सर्वेषु वेदेषु ब्राह्मणस्य विजानतः. All purposes served by a small well can at once be served by a great reservoir of water. Similarly, all the purposes of the Vedas can be served to one who knows the purposes behind them. Okay. So, how it has been said here, all purposes served by a small well can at once be served by the great reservoir of water. So, you can get the water from the small well at the same time like a great reservoir, very big river or like a ocean is there. In that also water is there. Okay, taking the water from there also, it will serve the purpose. The similar way, whatever we are doing or like it has been said in the Vedas can be achieved by just serving the Supreme Lord, because you know the higher purpose, correct? The always like a better to do the higher purpose than the lower purpose. Like a, whatever said in the Vedas, it is a gradual process. As it is going, we already saw like a going in the going from floor 1 to 100 via steps or via escalator or via elevator, like or the lift. The lift is fast and we can save the time. The similar way, whatever we can do to do the devotion service, to perform the devotion service to the Supreme Lord, there is nothing but like okay, doing the going via the elevator or the lift. Okay, so that is easy and that will serve all the purpose. Whatever said in the Vedas also, that will be completing. That is what like been said over here. Okay, with this we will stop and we will go to the slides from 42. This is what like a the slide already been shared. Please like go through again with your own leisure time. So in the 42, 43, like Krishna saying, men of small knowledge act only for opulence and enjoyment, and therefore they follow and consider only for portions of the Vedas that grant material boons. Okay, there's a gradual process. They think, okay, if I do this puja, I will get this, and that is my purpose. that is how they limit, like without understanding the permanent happiness which they will get it from the spiritual world. Okay, so karma kanda is less intelligent path because they think, okay, this is the topmost path, but which in reality it is not the case. Examples of such sacrifice, like it is a jyotistama sacrifices, which okay, if you do this you will get this particular thing, but that benefit whatever you are going to do, you are going to get, like from that particular thing, it will be a limited time period. Okay, it comes with limited warranty, but the happiness which we get from the spiritual world, it is a permanent happiness. Okay, examples of pleasures available, it is Nandana Kanana gardens, like which provides good opportunity for association with angelic beautiful women and a profuse supply of like a somarasa and wine. All this heavenly planets, you will get like, okay, the chance to enjoy with wine and women and all those things. But after your the reactions are over, you will again have to take the birth among this 84 lakh species. Okay, but in if you go to the spiritual world, you don't need to come back. Okay, the analogy of for such attraction is, as fools are attached to the flowers of like a poisonous trees. There is a very poison tree in that some flowers are coming. If we are get very much attached to that flower, then obviously we are going to die, correct? Like the poison tree will give the poison in the flower also. Okay, unenlightened men are attached to the heavenly opulence and enjoyment. Okay, because you go to the heaven, enjoy, then once it done, like you have to come back again. So why you are aiming for that? Aim for the permanent happiness which is there in the devotional spiritual world. Okay, that is what it has been said. Then in the 2.44, sense enjoyment, boga, and material opulence, aishwarya. Okay, this is very important. This boga, aishwarya are the two obstacles for the resolute determination. Okay, we can't get the vivasayatmika buddhi. Okay, if you are in the boga and aishwarya. Okay, the sense enjoyment and material opulence, so they have to get away from the sense enjoyment and material opulence. So two obstacles for the resolute determination is like a sense enjoyment and material opulence. Literal meaning of samadhi, we have to in the fixed mind, we have to be resolute, we have to be vivasayatmika buddhi. Okay, the definition of samadhi is according to the nirukti, when the mind is fixed for understanding. What is the meaning of yoga? Connecting oneself to the Supreme Lord. That is how we have to be fixed. That is a samadhi state. Okay, for whom the samadhi is never possible. One who is interested in sense enjoyment, one who is interested in like, okay, material opulence, their fate, like, okay, they are more or less than condemned by the process of material energy. They wanted to enjoy the material opulence and they wanted to enjoy the sense enjoyment. For them, the possibility of doing the devotional service will not be possible at all. Okay, that is what being said here. So this we already saw, like, okay, jnana kanda, then upasana kanda, karma kanda. Okay, all these things you can get away from the sense enjoyment, which will give us the chance to go back to the spiritual world. The 2.45, Lord says, okay, rise above these three modes and be from all dualities and anxieties for gain and safety. Be established in the self. Okay, connect always to the soul. Okay, what is material activities all about? All material activities are all about nothing but like the three mode of material nature. Why to rise above the Vedas? Because then we will get the permanent happiness. We can get away from this material world. Okay, why Vedas deal with three modes? Okay, the purpose is gradual elevation. I told multiple times, correct? It is a gradual elevation. Someone who is not performing any devotional service, for them, okay, at least do this particular thing, at least do this particular thing. That is how it has been, the Vedas been created. Because not all are devotees, or like not all are in the same mind in this whole material world, correct? Lord giving various options to various people. That is the reason Vedas been created. That will be explained in detail in the third and fourth chapter. Okay. Working of science of Vedas, or how Vedas work to elevate a living entity. When you live in this material world, gradually elevate. Okay, then you do karma, then you do like, okay, after some time, you will realize, okay, I'm not going to get any benefit. Let me surrender all these things to the Lord. Okay, that is how the gradual elevation will happen in the Vedas. Okay, but someone will think, okay, I do this puja, I will get the benefit. Okay, let me enjoy the benefit. That is how like they are getting entangled in this material world. That is how like a punarapi maranam, punarapi jananam. Okay, that is how they keep on taking birth in this material world again and again. Okay, provokes Arjuna to rise above the karma kanda rituals, thus defeats the argument of like a, because Arjuna says destruction of family tradition, correct? In the one reason not to fight. Then Lord says, okay, above this three mode of material nature, you do fighting to protect dharma, so that you will get benefit like okay, from the Lord. That is what he's saying. Okay. So the three mode of material nature, like sattva guna, raja guna, and tamo guna, based on the action and reaction, we will get material activities, whatever like a fruitive activities we are doing. The fruitive activities, like I mentioned in the Vedas, Vedas will gradually elevate like a one from the material platform to the transcendental platform. But many will not understand that elevation. They will stuck over there. Okay, if I do, I will get this benefit. But Vedas saying after that, that benefit you need to surrender to the Lord. That is the reason whenever we do any puja, they will say, okay, after everything, they will say, Kayena vacha manasendriyarva buddhyatmanava prakrite svad karomi adyat sakalam parasmai narayana eti samarpyami. They will surrender to the Lord. Okay. But many, they will not get the real meaning of it, and they will get, okay, these are the palan, like these are the benefit, I need to get it. So they will get stuck over there. Okay, that is what we should not do. This is a whole of Vedic knowledge. Like Vedic knowledge comes from Shruti and Smriti. Shruti is nothing but okay, reveal the absolute truth, every word unchanged, what has been explained in the Vedas. Okay, but Smriti is like a hearing about various sages and their practical life and other things. So that is what like been mentioned over here. Okay, in the 2.46, we know all the purposes. Small well also can serve. The small, the reservoir or like a great ocean also can serve. The similar way, whatever things mentioned in the Vedas can be fully fully served by serving the Supreme Lord. Okay, so that is what we need to understand. If you see, the Vedas talking about like a you need to do the gradual elevation, but a self-realization directly like a, you serve the Supreme Lord Krishna and the living entities and get the benefit. That is what being mentioned here. Here, like okay, if you see highest perfection stage of Vedic knowledge is the revival of Krishna consciousness. We need to understand what is our purpose of our life, how we can go back from the spiritual world to the material world to the spiritual world. These are various. This one is like okay, supporting this loka, and practical application is like a Kali Yuga effect. No one is qualified like a to do the uh, what to say like a to read the Veda and to read like a Vedanta Sutra. It is difficult process. It is lack of resource. Like we don't know what to how to read the Veda, how to perform the puja and everything. So in Kali Yuga, it is very tough. That is the reason like the best process is chanting the holy name of the Lord. We have seen in the foundational slides again what are the four yugas, and each yuga, what is the way to reach Lord? What is a prescribed devotional thing? In Satya Yuga, what is the thing? Hare Krishna, quick.
Tapas.
Tapas, okay. In Treta
Tapas.
Yuga, what is the way to reach Lord?
Treta Yuga, Yajna.
Yajna, okay. In the Dwapara Yuga, yeah. In the Dwapara Yuga?
Sorry, Prabhu, Dwapara Yuga, Treta Yuga, deity worship.
No, Prabhu, you are correct only. In the Treta Yuga, it is Yajna. In the Dwapara Yuga, it is deity worship. You are correct only. Okay. So in the Treta Yuga, it is Yajna. That is how Lord Rama was born out of Yajna, correct? Dasara Maharaj is performing that Yajna. Then out of that, like, okay, the sweet payasam coming, and that payasam, like, he is giving to Kausalya and yeah. So That is the yajna is the prescribed devotional service in the Treta Yuga, and in Dwapara Yuga it is a deity worship, and in the Kali Yuga, what is the devotion service we can perform?
Nama Sankirtana.
Nama Sankirtana. Okay, so that is what the Nama Sankirtana is. Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama Iva Kevalam, Kalo Nasti, Kalo Nasti, Eva Nasti, Gatiranyata. So it has been said 3 times. There is no other alternative, no other alternative other than chanting the holy name of the Lord. That is the only way to reach Lord in this Kali Yuga. Okay, so that we have to always chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, because Lord invested his energies in this name. So there is no difference between seeing the Lord in the temple, seeing Lord face to face, and chanting his holy name. Okay, so that is the reason. Like this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is very, very powerful to do the devotional service in this Kali Yuga. That is a easy process, but something which comes very easy and very simple now, we will not give the importance. We will say, oh, how it is possible. So that has to be like that is misunderstood in this material world. So that has to be like eradicated. That has to be like vanished. So we have to understand that only way to reach Lord is in this Kali Yuga is Nama Sankirtan. We have to chant the holy name of the Lord. Okay, the conclusion: best way to fulfill purpose of Vedanta philosophy is inoffensive chanting of the holy name. See how nicely it is mentioned. Inoffensive way of chanting the holy name. Who is the highest Vedantist? One who takes the pleasure in chanting the holy name. Ultimate purpose of all Vedic mysticism is to take pleasure in the chanting of the holy name. So please chant the holy name of the Lord and get the benefit of this our birth in this material world. Okay, that is what we understood very nicely. Okay, we don't need to read Vedas. We don't need to like uh, spend time in studying Vedanta philosophy. Okay, just take the beat bag. Okay, then chant the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This one chanting, we don't know how much benefit we got it. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, it has been mentioned, one who takes the one part of the holy name of the Lord, or one word of the Srimad Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita sloka, they get the benefit of 45,000 cows. Okay, that cows, how each cow is decorated with all the Vaira Vaidurya, like a diamond and gold and silky cloth. All these cows, those cows are like, okay, it can give milk like, okay, the Amuda Surabhi, like, okay, it is Padmagandha milk. Okay, it is very, very auspicious and a very, very tasteful milk. Those cows are giving. Those 45,000 cows, if you are donating to someone, how much benefit you get? Okay, that you will get by just chanting one part of the holy name of the Lord and one part of the one word of the Srimad Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita sloka. Then how much benefit we get by just chanting one full holy name of the Lord? This has to be understood, and we have to perform the devotion practice. Please recite the holy name of the Lord and the slokas of Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, because that gives, without we knowing, like we will get immense sukruti, immense benefit. That much benefit and that much sukruti we get by just chanting the holy name of the Lord. Yeah. By chanting the sloka of the Lord. Okay, being explained in the Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. Okay, Hare Krishna. Please chant and read the scriptures and be happy. That is what we can aim. That is the aim of our life. Because all these things, there is no loss of divination. Like Vyavasaya, sorry, Deha Vikrama Nasosti Pratyavayona Vidyade Swalpam Apiyasya Dharmasya Trayate Mahadobayas. 12 from. If you do very little also, Lord is going to deposit that in our spiritual account, which will not, there will not be any loss or there will not be any diminution. Okay. So we have to resolute in our devotion service. We have to be determined to perform the devotion service. Okay. Hare Krishna. Any queries? Like a hope today's class is like a very useful in performing the devotion service. Please here again, please go through the slide again, okay, and keep yourself updated with all these things. Again, go through the foundational slides. The foundation slides are very, very important. For if I ask any question, like immediately you have to respond. Okay, what is the devotion service performed in Treta Yuga? It is the what's the devotion service performed in this one? Okay, immediately you have what's the mode of like the way to reach God or mode of worship in Treta Yuga? It is yajna. So immediately like we have to be in a position to say that particular thing. Okay. Hare Krishna, thanks for giving me the opportunity. Any question, any feedback, please let me know. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Everyone is so silent.
Hare Krishna, Narad Pranam. All okay, bro.
Yeah. Okay. Hare Krishna. Yeah.
Actually, no doubt, Prabhu, but read a lot. Like we have to read a lot for the small terms. So we are just going through the slide and practicing, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
And one more thing, reading alone is not good. Reading is one thing, but if we are not applying the pages of no use, okay? So we have to read and understand. That's very important. Sorry, read, understand, and apply in our devotional life, day-to-day life. That is very, very important. Okay?
Yes, Prabhu.
Please feel free to ask any question. Don't keep it to yourself. So that we can discuss and explore like the responses for the same, and share your relationships also if you feel okay. You put a very nice chapter. You memorize the one sloka, or you are able to apply that sloka in your devotional life. Even okay, today I was very sad, but I was just to remember this sloka, and immediately I was very happy to do the devotional service. Please share your relationship also in the group, like feel free to share and feel free to express your concerns, express your feedback, express your feelings also. Okay, Hare Krishna. No further queries. Like we are good to go. So thanks all for joining and have wonderful time ahead. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Ji. Yeah. With all your permission, let me end the session.